Who the greatest? No, not the latest. Ain't that debatable? Yeah. Check the stats. This the Jared Willer Ryan show 9, no days off. You been grinding, I've been grinding too. Made it through the storm, great clouds. You see me shining through champion state of mind. I've been ballin' better D up after we run it all. That's the only time my feet up. Blood, sweat, tears, hard work with the passion. The killer in the game. I hop in and go assassin. Nah, I can't be average. Nah, I can't be last. It's always first or nothing. Doubter said I was bluffing. See him after I went like I thought you was saying something. I told him that I was coming, gun in the hand drumming. Shit shots at my fields, who thought they were in the running? Why would I be nervous? I've been training for this day. I'll be like a freight train, any problems in my way, never complain. They said okay, I follow my dream, and if it don't pay, but anyway, what you say? I'm too busy getting paid. Tunnel vision on my goals, like success gon' be my fate. Pray to God he take my soul if I die before I wait. Give it everything you got, cause that's what it's gonna take. And don't wait, do it now. They say time is of the essence. From a kid to a king, you are now in the presence of a new creature.
And we're live, folks, for another episode of That's Debatable. I'm Ryan Dietrich here with my guys, Jeremiah Bays and Will Ward. What's happening, fellas?
We are back. I am back.
Welcome back to my guy. Wasn't the same without you, my boy.
Man, but you know, I participated somehow. That shout out to the team. Y'all held it down last week. Last Wednesday exactly was my daughter's 4th birthday. We went out celebrated on that day, and we also went out over the weekend, had her birthday, whatnot. Celebrated birthday party.
Nice.
Kids get together, jump around, have fun.
Do what kids do.
Yeah, shout out to my baby girl. What's up with you guys? How you guys doing, man?
Good, man. Good weekend. Midweek now. I went up to Detroit last night, caught a concert. Just drove back today. Got down here, so rolled solo. Royal Blood, my guys. It was awesome. Not a big crowd. Tuesday night, though, in Detroit. Still got kind of rowdy. Went up and checked out Detroit. Never been up there, so I could see Canada.
Tuesday.
That's a first. That's right, man. So, what about you, Will?
I had a weekend pretty good. I can't complain too much. Went up and checked out my pops. Shout out to him and his lovely wife. They renewed their vows.
Oh,
so
cool.
I got to be, the best man for my dad on Friday. And unfortunately, I got some bad news, some sad news while I was up there that night, which this show is dedicated to my guy, Lester McCants. Lester passed away. He had been 36 coming up this May.
Damn.
But me and Lester, we played football together. He played on a basketball team. Shout out to the whole entire class of 2004 back from Northland. Lester, we all kind of lost communication after high school, but I kind of kept hearing about him, around our circle. I still hang around with some of the friends. But he still had a big place in my heart. Like I said, growing up as a teen and playing football and just growing from boys to men and just having our kids now, just say a prayer for his family, for his kids, and for the ones that he left behind. So, like I said, this show right here is dedicated to my man, Lester McCants.
Like it here.
Prayers to the family.
There's the man. Shout out.
Bro.
Yeah, man, that's 35. That's
Yes,
way
very, very
too
young. We still young and still so much to go. And like I said, he was a father. That's the biggest thing that I can continue to look at.
Dude, yep.
And it's still so much life left that we still have to raise these kids. And now it's a fatherless children out here in this world. So it's up to the ones that's still here to kind of stand up and do better. Remember to check on his family, check on his brother, check on his sisters. And just whoever was close to him, just remain strong. His viewing is tomorrow, between the hours of 4 and 8. So, and the actual funeral is this coming up Friday. So once again, just keep the prayers for the family of Lester McCants.
Thanks, my man. Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. It'll be rough, but it's always the reflect on the good things, the positive impact you made, the fond memories you have. That's all we got, so.
It's all about them babies, man. It's all about them babies.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about Haskins last week, and then to have him come forward this week.
That sucked too, man. R.P. Dwayne Haskins. Man, Simba, yeah. Oh man, I wasn't one of the. I was always pro Haskins. Always pro Haskins.
Yeah, man.
I
mean, a
felt
couple
like
weeks
he was gonna
ago,
win the job
you were
over
still
Mitch
plugging
Trubisky.
for sure.
He just had to hit the books. He left school a year too early. I felt like he left so much on the table at Ohio State, and he owed us a championship. But stuff happens. Go on greener pastures, and unfortunately, stuff happened. But yeah, man, I wasn't here for last week's show to say R.P. Dwayne Haskins, so definitely R.P. Dwayne Haskins. R.P. to my man Lester McCants. Prayers to the family. Yeah, not to just start the show off on a somber note, but not to get it out the way, but give everybody their flowers while we can.
Yep.
And it's also, I don't know if you want to stay here or not, but today is a national holiday, if you know what I mean. Just to lift up your spirits. It is, the big 420 2022, man. Everybody know what I mean. Shout out to my smokers out there. Shout out to everybody. It's legal now, so it's not like it's good. It cures cancer. Or you really want to get into the whole.
It's still federally illegal.
Yeah,
in some states, it's legal.
It'll be recreational in Ohio in 2023.
Yep. Vote.
You be speaking into it.
Oh no, it's really
because last time I heard your boy DeWine wasn't too fond of it.
Man, listen, watch.
That's why you gotta hit the polls.
When they find that video with DeWine in the back room doing some stuff he ain't supposed to be doing,
he looks like
he
looks like the most boring dude in the world.
Man,
looks like a librarian. But go vote.
We are Ohio. That's why. But
we
should be looking forward to 2023. Right now,
dude,
somewhere
long ways away.
Get your card in Detroit. You can still go.
Yep,
it ain't too far.
Just across the way. I was just up there.
Some people still do it just cause whatever it is.
Dude, yeah, I was just up in Detroit, right? So coming back, drop whatever Jefferson Street.
Did you get some good Detroit stuff.
There's dispensaries on each side of the road, man. One of them had line down the block, around the corner. They got food trucks out front, balloons. It was just.
Yeah, man.
It's their Black Friday though.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the 420 people.
The one, Prime Day. It's Amazon Prime Day at the dispensaries.
Some people was looking forward to Easter this past Sunday, and some people was looking forward to Wednesday today.
Right.
Hey, some people was looking forward to both because you could do what you do today and eat the leftovers for Sunday because you still got it in the fridge.
Right. Yep. Happy holidays to all those out there.
Out here choking it up.
And I will keep with people moving on. This is just brand new breaking news.
What? Oh yeah, Coach Jay Wright.
Yeah, Coach Jay Wright moving on. I found a funny tweet. So those that don't know, just came through, 3 hours ago, Jay Wright, head coach of Villanova basketball, announced he's moving on. No farewell tour, no nothing. I did see one. So that makes within the last 13 months, a year, just over a year ago, was when Roy Williams from North Carolina retired, Coach K retired this year, and Jay Wright retired this year.
Yep.
That's a pretty big, changing of the guard, as it were, in NCAA basketball. Those are three career Hall of Famers,
Jay Wright's been to the last, 4 of the last 6 Final Fours?
Yeah, he was in.
Won 3 of the last 6 championships. Maybe that's the correct number.
Yeah, made it to 4 Final Fours. He won 2 national championships, 2-time
One of them was
Coach of the
unfortunately
Year.
over my Tar Heels, unfortunately by a miracle
And he was
shot.
also the assistant coach on the USA men's basketball team in 2020. So he's got himself a gold medal, too.
Yep. He was supposed to be because Coach K was stepping down from that, it's supposed to be him and Coach Pop on the staff just handling that. So we'll see how it go. Maybe he ain't
There's the
stepping
tweet. And that's what I always thought. He was a sharp-dressed man. He looks kind of like an Italian mobster, out of Philly.
Right.
He's tall, 6'5", kind of always greased back hair. Looking nice in the double-breasted suit, so.
I know it says, hope retirement treats him well, but is this one of those Urban Meyer type things or one of those where you leave college and you go look for the NBA pastures? Is there something else? There's an opening at Duke, I believe. What?
There's not.
No, the Coach K. Did somebody already filled in for him?
Yeah, they Shire.
They did.
All right, well,
his assistant.
Yeah.
We for sure of that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been announced.
Yeah.
Well, still, what's his motive?
You never know.
Or is he just retiring?
Dude, that's it.
He's been rumored to NBA jobs over the past years, the past few years, especially since that last championship.
Maybe he's just tired of it all. He's 60 years old, wants to be with his family. Who knows?
I don't know. It could have been. It could be some Tom Brady thing, man. Maybe he wanted to steal some headlines because Tom Brady only retired.
Maybe he's got health issues, is what I was wondering. Usually, where this stuff kind of comes from.
Like what? The Urban Meyer type health issues?
No. prostate cancer. Who knows what he's got? Something
I
like that.
hope he ain't got prostate
I know
cancer.
that's what I'm saying. But these things like that, when it comes out of nowhere, when it comes out of nowhere,
Man.
you tend to hear that.
You can't
so.
get cancer in a booty.
Hopefully it ain't nothing like that.
Don't let
But
me.
we'll see.
But all
Other people
seriousness,
leaving.
He is a legend, though. Shout out to Jay Wright.
Yep. I do like Jay Wright.
I hated
But-
that team ever since that championship.
I get that.
Hey, stats don't lie. You look at his record, it's 642 and 282.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Like
You have to
700.
rank him up there somewhere, and you got what?
Dude, yeah, about a 700 win percentage.
Twice
good.
coach of the year, but hey, life goes on.
I would have thought he would have won more. Because that year that they won in 2018, that team was tough as well.
So moving on, other guys leaving. My guy, Debo Samuel, has requested a trade out of San Francisco, apparently.
He wouldn't get paid.
And I get
And his
get it.
plight sounds similar to the plight that Le'Veon had a few years ago with the whole I'm a running back receiver thing.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
they can't do what I do except this time it's flipped. He's a receiver,
That's kind
running
of a-
back, and 900 receiving yards, or what do he have? 1,400 receiving yards, 900 rushing yards, something crazy like that. A lot of touchdowns on the ground, in
Something
the
like
air,
that.
throw the ball. He can do it all. I mean, don't get me wrong, but is he freaking nuts, or should he get what he's asking for?
And by you being a 49er, you got to answer
That's
that one,
why
man.
I'm looking dead. At you.
Dead at you.
If I'm the 49ers, I pay him. And one of the reasons behind that is, especially if you're going to start Trey Lance in his first year, second year, like you got a brand new rookie QB coming in. You don't want to take away that guy's best weapon. So I'd pay him. He's versatile. You're not going to find, you trade him for draft picks, you're not going to find the next Debo, or if you do, who knows where that's coming from in the next 5 years.
It was a gym.
He was a gem. He was in the either like late second round, early third. He's been a beast, so I get it. And the cap
First
thing,
team all pro this past, like the case he can make right now is crazy.
and whether or not it's just like, I mean, this was really a breakout year, but it's going to be hard to replace him. It's going to be really hard to replace him with that versatility. Plus, you got a brand new rookie coming in, man. He needs good, solid weapons around him. Shanahan knows how to use him. The salary cap thing, if that's an issue, like, nobody worries about the salary cap. Look at the Rams; they blew that out the water.
Right.
The Browns just handed Deshaun Watson $230 million. They're paying a backup $20 million. I mean, so you can't really worry about this cap space kind of thing. I don't know what kind of offers they'd be getting for him, but it'd be really hard to replace, especially if you got Trey Lance coming in to start. You got to have Debo there.
For sure.
So I don't know if just emotions are hurt or what, but
Is this really all stems from what they pay bro down in Jacksonville?
yeah, no kid, right?
Who,
And that's what
Shark?
Debo
What's his
said
name?
is,
D-
Debo says
DJ
reporters,
Shark?
reporters make stories in any situation. I'm the only one, and my agent in the Niners. Like,
That's him walking it back just to play the
right?
like to play the fans, just to put that out there. But I believe
That's
for sure
exactly
he
what-
really wants to get paid.
I do too.
Maybe he don't want to be traded
No,
because he's in a great situation,
Right.
but he wants that money. And with how he plays, and he got banged up a few times this year.
And
I mean, can you blame him? Like he wants some dollars.
especially
And is
the
he
way-
still on his rookie deal, right?
And especially the way he played, yep, and he's going to keep getting banged up is probably one of the issues the 49ers might not want to pay him because he got overused last year. They had to lean on him so hard.
But whose fault is that? You know what I mean?
Was who again?
They were all hurt.
Never seen. I haven't seen him in so long. Trey
Yeah, he's from around
from
here.
Ohio State.
Yeah, Trey Sermon. Raheem
Trey
Mostert
Sermon,
was
yeah.
the man, but
Oh
Raheem
no, Trey
Mostert.
Sermon got injured in the preseason.
Right.
Oh, no.
Most,
Training camp.
Mostert blew his knee like week 1, and then he got shipped out. Sermon got hurt. Elijah Mitchell came in and did the damage for
Yeah,
like
that's what
8
happened.
weeks, and then he got kind of hurt.
Nets
So they
up
were
5.
they were just wrecked back there. So I mean, my other thought is too. So I was I was up in Detroit listening to Detroit sports radio on the way down, man. That dude, the guy who I can't remember the name, but the host of that show, he sounded like he hated Detroit sports as much as anybody else, and he was like a host and the fan of all of it. Hated their front office, but they were talking about Debo going to the Lions, and that's like having a yacht in the middle of the desert. Like, what are you going to do with that talent and not that good of a team around him? But
They got some try hard.
I mean, and that's also, maybe a slight there,
kid, but what's that kid who he was your baller of the week when he scored the touchdown on my Vikings?
what, DeAndre Swift or Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Him.
TJ
Brown?
Hawkinson.
Detroit?
I mean, yeah,
They got a pretty good line, but it's one of those.
I mean, it's
The
a
other
joke.
side is like, could Dan Campbell do anything, whether or not he's a
Not
like,
Coach
running the
Kneebiter,
offense?
man. Don't get me started with Kneebiter.
But
Don't
that's
get
what
me-
I'm saying.
don't
Like,
get me
could the
started.
Detroit Lions do anything with, do other coaches and other coordinators around the league know how to use him and employ him in the way that San Francisco does? So if he goes somewhere else, does his productivity drop just because Shanahan and McDaniels knew how to use him effectively? That's my kind of unforeseen
I think
thing
he
is,
fit in Baltimore.
yikes.
Yeah.
And he's such an athlete. He's such a unique talent, at least from what we've seen briefly, that you assume he can fit anywhere. Baller's going to ball, right? I mean,
All is going to
That's
ball.
not somewhere where he could play, where he gonna get that top dollar. I mean,
so
Somewhere like Houston that's on a rebuild.
the four teams that I saw in the tweet were the Packers.
Packers aren't gonna pay him.
It was the Packers, the Lions.
They'll make those moves.
Got to team somebody over A-Raj.
It was four teams with basically two first-round
nobody.
draft picks.
Nah,
Was kind of the what do you trade for?
Not even with my being a Vikings fan.
Baltimore was one that came to my mind. Like, shoot, look out,
Debo and Lamar in that backfield. Oh my God.
goodness.
But
So-
I seen DeAndre Hopkins is trying to recruit, but with the money that DeAndre make, I don't know if they could make. And then you already got your quarterback pouting about dollars.
Dude, right.
So I don't think that'll work either.
So,
And timeout. No, that wouldn't work.
Dude,
the
tough spot.
49ers are about to trade him to the Cardinals anyway.
trade him in division.
Hell no, that division's too hard. If
So-
they're gonna ship Debo somewhere to if I'm somewhere, the Colts should make that
So
move.
why not pay the man? I mean, I know you got Joey Bosa, you got other,
Because my
assets.
Get rid of Jimmy G now officially. Get rid of Jimmy G. Get that money off the books.
That's kind of
And your quarterback is on a rookie deal. So go ahead, pay Debo. Plus, Debo Samuel's contract won't kick in for another year or two.
right.
So go ahead.
Look how
why
much of
not?
that offense is dedicated to and around Debo.
But see, that's you can't have that. I mean, you got to have the core, and the run game is the core. But
So you want to use me 75% of the time, but you don't want to pay me 75% of this.
what he's worth.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't get paid 75% of the money.
I ain't saying literally 75%, but you
Getting-
using me a
getting
lot,
paid
and my body is
75%.
taking a bang.
Yeah,
So
he's
eventually, I can't. We
Yeah,
know
I feel
how
him. So
the
he
ice
sit
and
out.
all that.
Because I think this is a situation he might not
Getting
be
paid-
able to
yeah,
win.
he's getting paid half of what he's worth, but
Same thing that going on with Kyler Murray. He asking for the bag too.
I mean,
Well, not-
he got the advantage of being a quarterback, though. But the problem is he can't stay healthy, which is why he wants the
Health
bag.
is always going to be the number one
Health
determination
is wealth.
in.
dude,
So-
the injury rate in the NFL is 100%. Everybody gets hurt,
Right.
no matter what.
Except for quarterbacks.
Oh, the Eagles.
But still,
Tom Brady.
I like that.
He was-
I like that.
he was- he
Sean.
missed a
Not
year.
the Packers don't make
True.
that move.
All get
I
hurt.
keep saying the Packers. I really think that Brian Gutekunst is trying to make Aaron Rodgers prove why he's the most valuable player. So that's why they shipped Adams out of there. They gave Rodgers all the money,
It's so
and
dumb.
they got rid of some of the play. I really think they're going to try to make Aaron Rodgers spread the ball around and just go crazy. Maybe they might draft.
But they
somebody
need
young.
some receivers.
But they're
to
not
do it.
making. They're not.
They'll right.
They just signed, bro. DeAndre, no, not the other dude. Sammy Watkins, the other dude from Clemson. Which, if health is his issue too, he's still a massive talent. But he
Yeah.
can't stay healthy.
I think Sammy is almost.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried
I think
about
he's
him.
an overrated talent. But in addition to Debo,
Buffalo.
So
was
he
a
asked for a
monster.
trade.
That 1 year at KC, he was
Right.
straight.
so in addition to those two, AJ Brown and Scary Terry,
Right.
boy from Ohio, they're still sitting out
The Commander should just pay Scary Terry.
off-season things or whatever. So they're both waiting on new contract extensions. Well, I would sign both of them immediately. I mean, Tennessee especially.
Especially they got rid of Julio.
AJ Brown's a beast. Dude, Terry McLaurin, man.
They got a quarterback
If they
problem in both,
Right.
in Tennessee,
Yep.
and in they got Carson Wentz, but nah, miss me with that one.
So I mean, if you got the production, don't the production equal dollars? No matter if you want to say health, I'm going out there pretty much 85% on the Sundays. If I'm showing up to work, not really having any injury days, we say he's available
The dollars
maybe
are
1 week,
inflating.
1-2 weeks. out of the season, and you're relying on me, and I'm actually producing.
Oh, there you go, Rashard. Thanks.
So
Packers, Eagles.
why not be able to pay these guys? McLaurin, I mean, that's number one receiver
They
in
should pay
Washington.
him. They
Those are number one receivers. A.J. Brown, he was on an injury bug along with Julio this year.
So he's been injured often. Like,
And we're
back
talking
years
extended
prior, too.
weeks.
Yep.
McLaurin is a baller. Commanders pay him hands down. That shouldn't even be a question. Now the Titans, that's debatable. Should they pay A.J. Brown?
And you still got
he's a
Derrick Henry, who
baller.
your offense is predicated around, too.
Their running back. So, and he's getting the majority of the money too, I think.
I understand about actually going for your bag, but at the same time, it's like, pay me handsomely. I know my worth, but I'm still going to have that team aspect, too. I'm thinking about the rest of the team. We trying to win a championship. See, in Cincinnati, they kind of getting it. They figuring out. It's divvying the money up here and there.
I'm Cincinnati. I'm a Vikings fan.
For sure.
These receivers is going crazy. We got two of the top young guns in the game.
Right.
I hope that when it's time for them to get paid, number one, they handle it respectfully. And it's not what these other guys is doing. Because I know it's going to come. So that's why I think the Vikings should already help. Both teams should already look into, they should plan into that. Well, with your guy finishing year one, so he still got at least 2 more years. He probably had a 5-year contract. My guy's about to be headed to year 3. So he's already on the back end of his rookie deal. They should start talking to him now because his numbers is only going to elevate. And once he start getting on it, he made 2 second-team All-Pros. They're going to be trying to ask for that same thing. Patriots are linked as well to Debo. That'd be nice, but will they make that payment?
They're the last ones.
Debo ain't even that type of Bill Belichick type of guy.
Not at all.
He's not how Debo
Is he?
has been.
Comes with
Bill Belichick like ballers.
He comes with a boombox.
And Debo doesn't come like he's not a person.
Kodak Black's not showing up to.
You got to think he gave Corey
Foxborough.
Dillon, Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, that's different.
Randy.
Either my guy Randy.
That's different. Those are like what they call troublemakers. But
That's what I'm saying. Debo's not.
Debo don't fit into like when they just got Cam.
the type of player that.
I don't see him
Belichick
utilizing Belichick not utilizing Debo.
Anybody
to his,
fits in and they'll make anybody fit in. Aaron Hernandez, they'll take talent, man.
Time come to find out he offered people since college. That's
Or maybe I'm just
that's
looking
a
too
whole
far
other-
into how
Yeah.
San Francisco used him and just thinking that's
Right.
what type of offense he's going to be in.
That's
He
the
can, like you said, Belichick can make anybody look good because
Right.
all those years that Brady, I don't know if it's Brady or Belichick, but
Man, we seen
adding
Brady
in
doing
said
stuff in
players.
Well, that's in the NFL. Talent will out. I mean, OBJ, ODB, whatever, OBJ.
ODB.
Rough couple years here and there. Go somewhere, right situation, talent will out. So, all right, interesting stuff around the NFL as always. The other caveat is the draft is a week from tomorrow.
Yep.
So within those next 8 days, Jimmy G, Baker, some other couple names on the block for trades and moving up for positions, draft picks, all that kind of nonsense. So there will be kind of a build up to that. So we'll see if something happens next week when we're on the show or the night after.
Right.
But let's send in the NBA. 9 o'clock on the dot. Boston and Nets are live. In case you didn't see, I'll bring up score check. Nets are up 81. Ooh, tie game 81-81.
Ooh, they already told
We're
you that.
Brooklyn at.
We ain't afraid,
We're Brooklyn
big
at.
dog.
Hey, you got the homie Kai on your chest, man. That's who. I mean, I know we seen him
What he
getting
do?
agitated.
He was like, forget the fans.
Hey, he did it. I didn't even see him flex on him.
He sketched the back of his head with
Yeah.
his middle fingers to the crowd. They got some pictures.
Hey, man.
Childish.
That was the one spin move away from them going back and playing a 1-0 Brooklyn up.
All right,
So-
speaking
If
of,
they could take that last 2 possessions back.
here it is.
Shot clock at 2. Durant's got to put it up. Gets it off the
Shot by
time.
KD.
Off the mark. No good. Blocked from the
I
rebound.
wish this was the whole clip because Kyrie
Celtics
did
have
too
a
much.
timeout. Decide
I
not
wish
to
this
use
was
it here.
Kyrie front.
Brown the drive.
Right here.
Jalen Brown kicks it out.
To the body of
Smart
Tatum.
fakes.
He's just standing.
Inside. Tatum spins.
Yeah, Kyrie got spent off though. That's a great move by Tatum right there. But KD,
wave it off.
that little thing, Matt, bro, knock him off his route. He ran.
Just look at the possession. He can very well elevate here. Realizes he has the time. Is patient, gets into the seams, delivers the on-point pass to Tatum, and he gets it off in the nick of time.
That's 100% my man KD.
And when you close there,
my face ain't being shown.
it's easy to say, but you got to close under control.
Look at it. Look at
And Tatum finishes with 31 by mistake, saying waving it off. They were wanted to make sure that game before was so close to the final buzzer.
They dang near ran a triangle. It looked like because the way that Brown came down, kicked it out to Tatum, and then the way they rotated and Tatum came down. Kicked it out to Smart, and the way Tatum crashed down was that's why my man Kevin's supposed to knock him off his route. He's not supposed to run freely like that.
KD don't play defense.
Yeah, he do. It's just he had a couple blocks and steals that game, but he also turned the ball over a lot. He was very inefficient. He got to get the job done, and he messing up tonight.
They made him take a lot of unnecessary shots that he really probably didn't want to take.
Yep.
And by them having that length with Al Horford, you got the Defensive Player of the Year. Shout out to the homie Marcus Smart. You know, they actually are making them make plays and stretch the floor out and not allowing them to like just slash to the basket. But Kai in that game, like the last 6 minutes of that game, Kyrie came alive.
Dude.
You know. Kyrie really showed no matter what those fans was talking and, you know, them saying he was crying and all that, Kyrie really stood up.
And if you want to see that, I think he had 12 in the fourth quarter or something.
Yeah.
About 15.
15, that's it, maybe more. He was alive the whole game, but he went hand. Those he makes those threes look so easy. Just
his
that pull-up, quick release.
The dribble game.
Here's the good
All
stuff.
because of his choice not to get vaccinated.
Game should have been closed. Easy, right? That's what I'm talking about. He flipped him up like that.
You can see the guy behind him
When he's
clapping.
been on the court, when he's played.
I've seen this, bro. I never had seen it. I'm watching this while it's going on. Here come the hands to the face, crying. And then this is right after he comes and this is the inbounds play. This is the inbounds play after they threw the ball in bounds. That's what he comes and proceeds to do.
Him off where he
running down the floor.
Bro, Jaylen Brown all in his face, in his grill, just step, pull up, shoot, look to the crowd. Yeah, I don't like Boston. See, I know I'm known as this anti-Brown guy, but I hate Boston because of the Brown series. The 2010, yeah, Boston made my man run away. Boston made my man run south. And y'all don't talk about that.
Took off the jersey and threw it.
Yeah, Boston made them burn that man's jersey, man.
Made me give my Brown jersey to the Goodwill.
It took another big three for him to end that big three era. He ain't do that in Cleveland. Like, man, I mean, we can talk about a real Cavs fan.
Hey, Boston, I don't really got no love for them. I messed with Brian and been riding with Brian, but I've been an LA baby since, my mom was messing with Magic back in the day. So I always rode LA, and since LA don't really mess with Boston, I don't really got no love for Boston either. And definitely since they want to kind of badmouth the homie Kai, I really don't judge with that. So I know Kyrie's still going to be coming for blood this whole series. Kyrie kind of like the leader of the new school. You see mine say the next generation. Kyrie the same way. He did it and rolled by his own rules, saying he's not going to play during the COVID. You're not making me take no shot. I'm still going to come back in here. Even though they fined him $50,000 for those antics back to the crowd.
That was ridiculous.
Hey, man, Kyrie ain't worried about no money.
I looked at that. He make a little over $400,000 a game. That's taking out my check. hey, just 50K. Okay,
donate it to the Boys and Girls Club.
350. All right, that ain't. Yeah, I'll take that in.
But still, man, at one point you can't do money relative like that. At one point in his life, he knows what 50 grand means. Like, period, 50 grand flat is a lot of money, even if you're making 30 mil.
You're like, I shouldn't have to.
And
pay
the
his
point
50
is,
grand.
dude, yeah.
How much? Hold on.
Money out my pocket.
Hold on. I wish you can find my clip on here, the money in the bank. That's one of those little clips on there. But we talking about money real quick. How much you say he get per game?
A little 400,000.
400,000, 50,000. We talking about 350K still in my bank. You don't think that I'm about to just go ahead and sacrifice 50,000? I mean, I know it's in our world, in the regular eyes of the world.
You sacrificing 12% of your paycheck? No.
To get my point across, and that's how Kyrie already rolled, because he already sacrificed so much money.
Check for the year.
Kyrie ain't worried about no money, and that's why I love the man the most.
I know, but the point, like,
it's only so long that these players are going to continue to take what's going on behind him and the fans saying whatever they want to him. At a certain level, you're paying to come see me, first of all, and then you're going to try to disrespect me. Yeah, I know how they did in Rome. They would throw the tomatoes at the gladiators if they stunk up the place. But at the same time,
this ain't 300 BC. It's 2022. That's what I'm saying. Like 50 grand, it's way too much. Like even if it doesn't matter to him, and it's like the hostility from the fans and the people, like whether it's racial epithets, cursing, throwing booze, like the fans gotta have some class too. Like
all that crap.
That's a part of it. Like a hostile environment will lead to
that's what the Garden is. A hostile environment. 89, 83, KD at the line.
I think it's trash. Here's the finger though. Oh wait a minute.
But the
he's actually
throwing it up. Kyrie in the last play. He could just take that the last two plays.
Right here as he turns to the crowd. Bang.
Oh, straight up.
The ref didn't even see it, too. That's 3 parts the ref seen right there.
Oh, he gave him a good bird. He gave him an eagle. He ain't even trying to, play it off like he did on the sideline.
At this point, Kyrie
I'm trapping in this situation. I got him in the corner, nowhere
There's
to go.
a good look of it.
Pivot.
Good defense.
Well, that's good defense by Brown.
Great defense, better offense. That's the boy Kai.
Little jab step.
Uncle Drew.
Pat. Boom. Nice.
Uncle Drew, what you doing tonight? Oh, 10 seconds left in the third. Joggers give it to KD on the post. He swing it. Back to KD for KD to shoot up a shot. Break. 5-point lead going to the fourth quarter.
Brooklyn up?
Brooklyn up.
Up by 5. So let's just replay real quick. They tie this series up going back to Brooklyn. You got Brooklyn winning this series all the way out?
I have Brooklyn in 6.
Brooklyn in 6?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're ready to pull up your. We ready to go to the.
Because I don't want to just talk about this game. We can talk about all the series. Trae Young is struggling. James Harden still not showing up, but the team look good. I mean, how you want to do it? What Booker go down?
Booker out.
Fire away.
Put the whole bracket in the back. What you trying to do?
That's what I'm saying. Put the bracket up. Let's show you bracket up. It's real quick.
Got it.
The finals that I want to see. That could happen. At least on one side of it for sure. But
this is Jared's take. We had Jared's levels. So this is what my man is actually thinking that may happen coming up here in the playoffs. I mean, you have right now the Raptors, 76ers. That's a cool matchup. 76ers up 1-0 on that one.
Yeah,
that probably is up 2-0, my bad. And the Bulls, your boys, what they going to do? They going to win any games in this series?
I mean, I actually had us losing in 6, but I think we could play them tough. We low-key got cheated in the first game. Giannis had that over the back call that really changed everything. They didn't call it that no call. Yeah, that's my bracket right there. Yeah, got my Bulls losing in 6. Got Nets winning in 6. Really had the Sixers winning in 5. A smooth sweep over Atlanta for the Heat. Tough 7-game series for Philly and Miami. What else we got? Hold on. Oh, before I even go over there. See, now people talk about the Pelicans could possibly upset the Suns. I still don't see it. But, I mean, I wouldn't sleep on them because, B.I. You able to background that?
All right. Hang on.
But B.I. and CJ is a problem. And with Booker going down, I don't know what that's going to do.
All right.
That could change a lot.
What's up, fam? If you're out there, we are live and rolling. Should just be your delay.
There it is.
We had some Facebook issues or something, so we had to reset our stream, so hopefully you're still with us. If not, it's all good. We do what we do. So, welcome back into That's Debatable. Once again, I'm Ryan Dietrich with Jeremiah Bates and Will Ward. Episode 36 is part 2. We had a little halftime. So, Nets are up 6 or 7 on the Celtics right now. Boston has a 1-0 lead. Probably the biggest matchup of the first round in the Eastern Conference or Western Conference.
That's debatable because I mean that's the talk. They getting all the talk because of the stars, but I think that Memphis Minnesota.
Yes,
series,
sir.
Well, both. How about both 2 versus 7 matchups is very exciting. This might be the best matchups in the tournament right now, playoffs right now, because 1 through 8 on both. Well, 1 through 8, the Pelicans might have just made it interesting.
Pelicans definitely just made it interesting, and right now, Jimmy Buckets, shout out to the homie.
Jimmy G Buckets, my former Chicago Bull, drafted him and was the last pick in the first round after Derrick Rose's MVP season. I love watching him blossom. I low-key don't want to see him win because I would be happy to see him win, but I would hate just the fact that he's not winning one for the Bulls. Because I would
Gotta let that go, man.
Man, I know, but he'll love this new front office we got. For real. But yeah, Jimmy
what
Butler
they putting on last night, dropping 45. I
He's
mean,
the third Miami Heat to have 3 40-point games in the playoffs.
that's what makes that series a little bit more interesting. See if he can continue. Now, it's some new developing stuff where you haven't seen Victor Oladipo on the court. It's been said that Jimmy really don't want Victor to touch the court. Now, I don't know if Spo is really honoring that, but you check the stats in the minutes, you ain't seen Victor really touch the floor. You remember a couple weeks ago, but Jimmy Butler kind of got into it with Spo right there on the sideline, and when Udonis Haslem had to step in. So it's definitely some friction going down in MIA. Things getting heated up, really. But it ain't talking about just on a nickname of the team. It's really going down, something locker room stuff. But Jimmy is definitely coming alive on the court, and right now is not looking too good.
He's a playoff performer. He's a beast, but he runs a tight ship, and he don't take no mess. He don't play no mess. So if it's a beef for him and Victor Oladipo either a softie or it's just something behind the scenes that Jimmy really don't like. Because the way Jimmy get down, the same thing happened in Minnesota.
Same thing happened in Philly, and you seen how he got out of Minnesota.
Yeah, he called Ben. He called out Cat and Wiggins. Wiggins definitely ain't playing like that no more. And Cat in the play-in, he played like that cat that played against the Rockets, which is terrible. But he played big the other night. At the last game, he was at foul trouble. So, but they gonna keep figuring it out. Cat's a beast. But yeah, Jimmy Butler, he don't take no mess, man. So yeah, if there's something going on with Vic might just be either. But no, I thought Vic was a dog. Maybe
Oladipo is nice.
Minutes from Tyler Hero. I don't know. Maybe Butler really like Hero and Duncan Robinson. I don't know. But Vic, I forgot Vic was even on that team.
So, I mean, we go back to that series right now, and you got Miami going back to Atlanta to try to go up 3-0.
Talk about a city for city, Miami and Atlanta, just back and forth. So bad that won't be a 7-game series because those two cities is going to be lit. I already know. You got Club Live, King of Diamonds. It's going down in Miami and Atlanta. But it's going to be short-lived.
Think about all the sideline fans.
Migos, Rick Ross on the side for the South Beach, Khaled and them for the South Beach side.
There's the first, there's where we're at in the playoffs so far. Your series 1-1-1-1-2-0, 1-1-1-1-1-1-1, 2-0-2-0. That's not exactly right, but
you said a lot of extra ones.
Eastern Conference, yeah.
But Dallas did steal a game because Bronson went crazy for 40.
That's one of the wonders of the
Jalen Brunson was on the team that beat my Tar Heels.
So out of all of those matchups, you look at those, Dallas and Utah, that one don't seem too exciting to me. I don't know if anybody's interested in that one.
It's because Utah's a mess waiting to explode, and Dallas, in their case, Luke is out. So
I think the both four, how you said 2 against 7 on both sides is the ones that were most interesting. The 4 against 5 are the ones that's not really drawing the attentions to me.
None of the series, because we feel like everybody will overwhelmingly win their series outside of the 2 versus 7 in both conferences. I mean, most people feel like the Bucks will sweep Chicago, but if the Bulls keep playing like they did, Chicago would be able to scrape 1 game for sure, maybe even 2. Toronto, they ain't got no chance, man. They just small, 100% small.
Philly's that should be over pretty quickly.
Yeah, it'd be even with James Harden being his James St. Patrick act, it don't matter because Maxi's balling. And then, of course, like I said, the Heat gonna get that over with. So Boston and Brooklyn might actually go 7, but I got Brooklyn at 6 just because I don't like picking 7-game series. So I just like being. If I'm gonna be real ballsy, I'm gonna say 5, and then just to throw a little ball on it. I always put it at 6. But yeah, Memphis, Minnesota, Boston, Brooklyn is the ones where it's at. It's just you got in the Golden State part of it. Everybody knew Denver already sucked, and it's crazy that Jokic might be back-to-back MVP, undeservingly so for both years. But whatever. But Jordan Poole's emergence is crazy. Now they're talking about a new death lineup. I mean, it's not like the Killer 5 or KD because nobody. I mean, Wiggins and Poole, neither one can amount to what Kevin Durant could do or be. But it's a solid lineup, and Jordan Poole has been balling. He came out the gate with a nice about 35. I think he had 29 the other night. Shooting high efficiency, the step back is crazy. I think you got Stephen Curry willing to come off the bench.
That's crazy by itself.
And he dropped 34 coming off the bench the last time.
Smart.
But yeah, got the other teams. How them coming off injury. I ain't trying to mess nothing up. But Steph Curry is that type of selfless guy, and stuff like that is why I feel like the Warriors is definitely going to go to the finals.
Definitely, you put a lot of emphasis on that. Definitely. So we go back to the next round.
Yeah, you said
Memphis and Golden State.
Yeah,
if Memphis can get past Minnesota.
Emphasis on Memphis. What? You think that game could possibly go 6, 7, but I'm gonna just say Warriors and 6 but Memphis can't take them. But I don't know if they really. I know Ja ain't running from no smoke, and I love Ja, but I don't think the Grizzlies is ready as a team. Even though they're a nice team.
Ooh, Raptors are up 10.5.
Yeah, they was feisty the last game.
That's
there's no Thibault.
That's what they are.
The Sixers ain't got no Thibault right now.
They're feisty.
Because he ain't got the shot. But nobody talks about him not having the shot. Who cares about Matisse Thibault, right? They'd rather just talk about Kyrie Irving and his shot, right? Of course. But
all right.
I don't know. Everything ain't going to turn up into the second round of each one. I mean, I guess Boston, Milwaukee, if that's a thing. But I would like to see the rematch of Brooklyn, Milwaukee, number 1. So, sorry, Boston. They got the Defensive Player of the Year, all that good stuff. But, no, it's another short year, and y'all going to have to rethink about what y'all going to do again in the offseason.
So I want you to answer this question. Now, you just said you led right into my hands where I wanted to go. Brooklyn somehow does not come out victorious in this first round. How do they go into the offseason? That's one question.
Oh, Brooklyn? In Brooklyn's case? I was talking about Boston.
I heard what you said, but I want to go with Brooklyn. If Boston somehow goes...
got an excuse.
You throwing that excuse. All right, hold on right there. But when do you see your man Ben coming to actually play? And what's going on with Blake?
Is it game 4 yet?
So he's waiting for game 4.
He's there. They already came out and put it out there. He's targeting game 4, game 5 for a return. Most likely game 4. He's already practicing with the team and warming up. And then right now he got a nice little fly-ass jacket on the sideline. He always over there looking, the Fresh Prince. That's what they was calling the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, whatever. Yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, I have no clue what Steve Nash is doing with Aldridge and Blake because I feel like they should be getting burned out there. But, I mean, Claxton is cool. I love what Claxton and Drummond can do, but just to throw some extra bodies, different looks out there, go ahead and get Horford, Aldridge, and Blake, but they could be waiting to save them bodies for Brooklyn. Like it's still, they might not necessarily need them slow, but they need quickness for the type of because Boston don't really got size for real. They got quick bigs. Dice is a quick big. Williams ain't there anymore, but he's a quick big. Grant stretches the floor. Horford stretches the floor, so maybe they don't want. Aldridge is still kind of slow on his feet. He ain't picking his feet up for real. I mean, he might be a nice little matchup for Horford, but Horford got him out there on the 3-point line.
Right.
So they might be waiting to save them bigs for the Bucks if they get there. But Brooklyn, if Brooklyn loses in the first round, oh my God, Kevin Durant's going to get it. But you got a man who quit on the team. You got a man who only was able to play half of the games. And then when he wasn't able to play any of the games. And then he was only able to play the road games. And then he wasn't able to play all the games until the last few games of the season. Then you got a man who got injured while they were the 2 seed.
You got a bunch of excuses for him.
Exactly.
Hey. I was waiting for some. I didn't want to cut him off. I didn't want to go Kanye and cut him off.
I told you that they got excuses, but they really do.
Yeah,
Did James Harden quit on the team, yes or no? Did James Harden quit on the team, yes or no?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Could Kyrie play in all the games, yes or no? Did Kevin Durant get hurt? Yes or no?
Somewhat.
That's
yeah.
actually why they're the dangerous 7 seed is because they fell to 7 because of the team couldn't hold it together with KD. You got KD hurt.
But all
Kyrie
that being
can't play the
said, no
games.
matter if you at 7, you're still in the playoffs and you expected to come out here. Your guys is back. I mean, James Harden left right after, I believe, the All-Star break.
Yeah.
And if he really wasn't doing it in the first place, I don't know, man.
Which is why the Sixers can't prevail because you can't have a man that just keep quitting on teams to try to win a championship. But anyway, Brooklyn in the offseason, they will re-sign Kyrie and they still got their core of Ben to play for a full year. They got Seth Curry under contract. They can bring back Drummond, which if I'm Drummond, I'm definitely coming back because that's a team that shoot jump shots and his strength is to get rebounds. Stuff like that. I mean, they can revamp an offseason. I might have to relook at Steve Nash and get them a real coach. If Steve Nash can't figure, if they getting out coached right now because it look like they still playing street ball. What's the score? In Brooklyn down by 5 right now, 99-94. I don't even know what's going on because I ain't been watching.
Boston's up 5.
Yeah.
You want to get to the Suns? We got a question. The Suns in trouble with Book being out.
I would say, yeah.
Not against the Pelicans, no.
Pelicans turned it on
Even
last
with
night.
the Pelicans winning. And like you said, your man B.I. stepped in. I said that last week. B.I. was about to go crazy. With them in the play-in game, I think that's one of their strongest players.
Player of the year, he better step up.
And with
Crowder.
CJ, I think that team is good and good enough to kind of match up
Scare
with
them.
the Suns.
Yeah, nah.
Maybe take them a couple body blows. Does the Pelicans win another game this series?
They could snap. It could go back to Phoenix tied 2-2. I could see that because if you're the Pelicans, do you throw in Zion?
If Zion really jumping out of the gym, how you seen in those couple of clips, why not? And you've been kind of
Because that's throwing a wrench into the plan of what the Suns, especially with Booker going down, Zion could be a nice X factor. But no, I'm not worried about the Suns. The Suns are losing the Western Conference Finals, unless some people got the Suns losing to Luka in the second round. But I don't see that. I got the Suns losing the Western Conference Finals.
I actually watched the last half of that when I got back to the hotel. Suns and Pelicans were still on, man.
I went to sleep on that game.
Something like that happens, man. Hamstrings can linger. You don't know how bad it is. He ends up missing game 4. Maybe he misses game 5. Pelicans just turn it on, dude. Brandon Ingram and we know what McCollum can do. Dude, there's teams that can put together 3-4 game streak and just roll in.
Brooklyn down 7.
The problem is you haven't seen the Suns choke all season. The other problem is the regular season and the postseason are different. You all right, Willie?
I think so. Give me 1 second.
My only thing is we have seen Chris Paul choke before. He's choked a lot, and he's actually choked in the past finals.
Was it because guys were hurt or guys couldn't play games or
some
any
games
other excuses?
some games he got hurt. I'll give him that, but he's also like choked. He gave up a 3-1 lead. He was on that Clipper team that gave up a 3-1 lead to the Rockets. He gave up. I think he gave up a few 2-0 leads.
So you don't think the Suns are going to choke
against the Pelicans? No, I got them losing to the.
They probably lose 2. Pelicans probably steal 2.
No, if
maybe they make it
Booker
interesting, push it
healthy,
to 7.
They could choke against the Mavs. I could see that because Luka's that dominant. But without Booker, they could lose to the
bothering
Mavs.
Luka? His ankle?
His calf.
Calf?
Yeah.
See, and that stuff can linger too. It's those like
he suffered at the last game of the season, trying to make an MVP run, or maybe I don't know. I don't want to just throw that out there. But
you don't think Joker combining them, Jokic ain't gonna win the MVP.
I mean, if they keep following all these dang advanced metric stats, he leads them all.
He leads everything.
Yeah, but that's if you just looking at on the floor. I mean, number one, they the
Who
6
you giving
seed.
it to, Embiid?
Yeah, I mean, but Giannis,
The 4 seed.
Embiid and or Giannis. But just because Embiid's been controlling the whole narrative since Steph lost the narrative, it's been Embiid's narrative the whole year. Outside of Jokic making a run with his stats, I think they never want to really consider Booker, which I don't know why. And then they never consider and Giannis made a late run, but his late run was dominant with the win over
When
the
do
Nets.
they vote?
They already put the votes in.
Oh,
Yeah, so they vote like either the day after the season or the day after the last day of the season, or something like that.
huh. When do they announce it?
The MVP's usually later. They still got to announce Rookie of the Years. I think the next one might be Sixth Man and/or Coach of the Year. They still got to announce the first, second teams, third teams, all pros, the all defensive teams, the rookie teams, the rookie, like I said, the Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Coach of the Year. And then they do the MVP, and by that time it should be the conference finals. No, it's all spread out. And then of course they got the show right after the finals.
That's weird.
Yeah. Brooklyn down 5, and he stops.
I'm
3.5
so
left.
3.5 down 5. This is when you start getting those super heroic acts coming up out of Kyrie and KD. This is when those guys supposed to step in.
Big time. Maybe we'll have another highlight clip.
But Richard asked y'all, do y'all have any finals predictions?
I don't remember who I said last week.
I definitely have Memphis coming out of the West. I just like the way that they've been playing. That team, even when Ja went down, they went on that run. And just if they can get past Golden State, the way that this bracket is set up, I really don't. The Suns, without Book, that's a total different team. But I like how Memphis can come out. If Miami can continue to roll with Jimmy and having those guys come off the bench and Robinson and having a true big and Bam Adebayo, I like how they really been playing all season.
Bam ain't no true big. He about 6'9".
He's big enough. I mean, what's true big in the NBA right now?
Embiid, Jokic, Giannis.
In the East?
Embiid, Brook Lopez.
So we get to see them two battle it out next round. I mean, that they about to take it, 2-1, Toronto still up? Anybody know that one? But I want to go either Miami. I don't know if Brooklyn. I want to see Brooklyn kind of prevail too, but one of those two I think will come out of the East. So I go.
I want the Brooklyn-Milwaukee rematch.
Go Miami-Memphis off of the strength though.
Miami and Memphis, I like it.
Can we officially say Joker's the best big? No, we can't officially say Joker's the best big in the game. He still hasn't shown me he's better than just because he can pass the ball. Look, are you not watching Joker get exposed and locked down by Draymond right now? Are you not watching that series?
That's pretty rough.
His numbers are down. He's just the whole advanced metric thing. What's the word I'm looking for? What's that stat he lead in? The PER. There it is. Player efficiency rating. That's why he ain't the best big man in basketball, bro. The best big man in basketball is in Toronto right now. And you can also say Giannis is technically the best big man in basketball.
Down 5, dude. Toronto. They've cut it in half in the middle of the third.
What are James Harden numbers?
Bucks tonight. Bucks Bulls prediction. I'll pull up.
Bucks again.
Bucks are a 10-point favorite.
Giannis drops about 35, 10 rebounds, about 7 assists.
It was, 99 and 89? No, 93, 89 last game. 96,
something like
80,
that.
Whose job is it to try to stop Giannis?
He only had 27-15.
Only 27 and 15.
Yeah.
That don't sound like an only.
That's how good he is, because it's only.
It is. That's how good he is. I mean, he ain't drop over 30. He worked hard for his buckets, and he actually worked hard for his buckets. But his job is Patrick Williams. So everybody's. It's the whole team. It's the whole team. I don't got my book bag with my Bulls stuff.
James Harden is 6 for 11 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3-point range. He's only been to the line 3 times. He's got 16.
Jesus Christ, I just went on 9 that quick. What'll be going on? I looked away for 1 second.
Game of pace.
But it's Draymond, man. He's 6'6", fam, and he's still 7 foot. Draymond is not locking down Embiid. I can tell you that much. Jokic is a finesse big, and that's the problem. It's playoff time.
Brooklyn go down this game. If they lose this game, it's nothing to worry about. So I was about to ask you that. Nothing, no hitting no panic button yet.
No, you don't have to. I mean, if they go down 3-0, then you maybe panic.
Boston's good.
But if they win, a team winning their first 2 home games isn't a panic button situation. Now, if you go down, like I say, if you let that team that's up 2-0 go in your building and win that third game, though, yeah, panic.
Brooklyn's got 6 points in the fourth quarter.
The whole fourth quarter, that's what's crazy. But yeah, winning first, taking care of business at home is what you got to do. Just like Toronto, not worried about losing the first 2 games. They're trying to if they get that game 1 right now, they feel like they still got a chance. If you're able to steal a game at home, who knows?
In the hands of the Pelicans, how they are right now.
Like I said, they're playing with house money, though.
Right.
Everybody picking the Suns. Yep. So they're playing with house money. They're just out there playing freely. B.I.'s a problem. C.J. McCollum showing real leadership. He brought a positive vibe to that locker room. And if you could just throw in Zion, just to have him come off the bench real quick, just to, put a body on somebody. Never know. But it's not like even if they beat the Suns, it's not like they're going. I mean, they could possibly beat the Mavericks or the Jazz too, though. The Pelicans. The Pelicans is a dangerous offensive team with those 2 weapons, like B.I. and McCollum. They almost like a sleeper KD and Kyrie.
Great value.
Almost, because that's a skill. Great value. Yeah, you can save a lot. Everybody's trying to save a lot. You still got to pay for the bags because they got their own bag that they get into. It's just not the bag of KD and Kyrie. See what I did? Oh man, come on. But
so I guess if they go home on Saturday and they go down 3-0, that's when you hit the panic button. I think they go back home and they get a resurgence. Usually you get that little boost from the home crowd anyways, but how much time left in that game now?
You got KD at the line.
1.5.
150 left.
134.
Oh, he already made his free throw.
Boston's up 10.
That's what's crazy.
Boston's going to sweep them. That'd be great.
Oh, heavens no.
Just get them out.
No, sweep, no. They're not getting swept.
I want Milwaukee to come out of the East, I think.
Man, that's the safest pick.
The safest pick?
They're the defending champs. Giannis is the fan favorite right now. Yeah, it's the safest pick. A lot of people, it's either pick the Bucks, take a risk and pick. Or people picking the Bucks, and a lot of other people picking Philly. I feel like, or a lot of people sleeper is Miami. And
it'll be in the ones.
And if you want to get ballsy, you're gonna pick Boston and or Brooklyn. If you want to get ballsy, because I don't think Boston's coming out either. Even unless, because I don't see Boston getting past Milwaukee. Not this year.
Well, we're going to continue to see these games play out. Still have coming up on tomorrow, Game 3 in Memphis, and the Timberwolves back in Minnesota. That series tied 1-1. The Mavs and the Jazz going to Game 3. That's back in Utah. That's tied 1-1. And, of course, the Nuggets get to return home to go down probably 3-0 to Golden State.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a sweep.
Yeah, I think if we're going to get any sweeps, that's going to be the one. That can probably be the, I guess.
Miami is a sweep, too.
Yeah, that's back to ATL on Friday.
Philly's going to be a sweep, too.
Getting 3 out of it. Nuggets, Heat, and
what about the Bulls and the
76ers?
Bucks? That could be a sweep, too.
Bucks might.
I mean, it's a possible sweep, too. But I think the Bulls is gritty enough. Out of the 4 teams, the Bulls is the most gritty. I'm not saying that because that's my squad either. Because I just like to compare. I feel like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan would be able to win a game. I mean, you got Jokic and Barton. No. You got Siakam. I mean, Fred VanVleet and them is, they're trying, but no. At Trae Young and them, maybe, could they steal a game in the A? But I think Jimmy got them locked in enough, they're going to sweep. They got Trae Young and them shook. Unless
they could easily.
If the whistle don't favor the Hawks in Atlanta, they definitely getting swept. Because Trae Young can't get to the line. He's missing he's like 2 for 17 from the 3-point line. And people don't even realize Trae Young is actually not a good shot. He doesn't shoot a good shot. Like, he makes some exciting shots when he does make them, but his percentage isn't high at all. And he takes a very high difficulty. He's not. They need to quit comparing him to Steph because he's not Steph.
And sometimes in the shots that he's taking,
It's just,
they're not even high percentage shots. Some of the time you can see Steph throw some stuff up that don't look good, but he's still on target. I've seen some stuff that Trey threw up behind the backboard, on top of the score or on a shot clock.
Far right, like he missed the
I don't know if he's looking for a foul. I don't know when he's actually driving. Sometimes he take that logo shot that he hit that a few times, but it was a couple times in that game coming down the stretch where you can see he's trying, but he's trying too hard.
Team. That's why Trae Young is a mini Luka in a way of. That's why he led the league in points, total points, and total assists because he's very ball dominant. It's not a lot of playmakers on the team. It's just really a lot of spot up shooters on there. Gallo, Bogdan. What's my other man name? It's another dude, another foreign dude that's over there in Atlanta. Herter. All of them are spot up shooters. Even DeAndre Hunter, he could put the ball on the floor a little bit, but he's not a playmaker. You know, I think like their only other playmaker might be in street clothes, Lou Will. Like they don't got many playmakers on the team, and that's why it's really predicated on what Trae Young could do. And against a team like Miami, that's his kryptonite, man. They got so many big bodies they just throwing at him. He can't. That's why if you're really looking back at it, the Hawks should have never even made it to where they made it to.
That's one of those play-in babies again.
Right.
I'm talking about last year, the conference finals. Sixers should have got that done. Ain't no way. They're bigger, they're more physical, and with Capella going down hurt them as well.
And injuries always kind of hurt a team.
Yeah, but the Hawks they struggled the whole season. That's why they were the 10th seed in the play-in. They did win both games, I'll give them that, but they had a struggling Cleveland team, and the Hornets, man, that was right. My man Melo was posting him smoking weed on Snapchat and stuff, so he was trying to get ready for 420 today too. Yeah, get home early. But it is what it is. That's these playoffs.
Yeah.
It's really gonna get turned up, man. Look like Boston about to get this game. They up 11. My fault, Brooklyn, is because I wore the shirt today. But I wore my Brooklyn shirt with hopes that my Bulls will win. See, I'm not much of a conspiracy guy.
I don't have.
Not conspiracy, superstitious.
I don't have any NBA gear.
Man, you don't got a real team, do you?
I used to have a Thunder shirt. Not really, man. That's
I
kind of like.
thought like you just started to fall for not fall for Jokic, but like
Man, that's
really like Jokic.
Yeah, kind of the. Yeah, that's I ain't really good.
None of the different teams. Do you like the Melo team? Not even the Melo team. The team that was led by my man Ty Lawson with Kenny Fareed.
Ty Lawson was good.
Them Denver teams.
Kenny Fareed was fun to watch.
Swish was on that team.
I've just never really attached myself to an NBA team.
Teams,
I'd just go years,
He went to New York with
without watching it, without paying attention. I don't have any real
I actually think that Ty Lawson team is better than this team that Jokic got.
Fareed, dude, he was fun to
I'm
watch.
trying to think. They had that young
Gallinari,
because he was in a trade for Melo. And
that guy can shoot.
Oh yeah, they had Nene.
There you go.
They had Nene and Fareed. Then they had Nene and what's my man's name? Nene and Candy was on the Melo team.
What was that? 09 or 2012 or something?
Yeah, but yeah. Then they went to Houston. They came back to Denver and was on that little run where they was like exciting, but they had no superstar. But you couldn't sleep on it. What was look like the Raptors now? But good stuff, Boston. They handle business at home. Brooklyn got to get it back done to Brooklyn. Make sure it's come back to Boston up 2-0. If not, we got to pray for a 3-1 comeback. It's possible. Anything's possible. I already knew what it was, man. That man was Defensive Player of the Year, and he talking on the microphone. You ain't gonna get the mic and lose.
Hey, go back to Brooklyn more hungry. Show up in the Coogee sweater. Somebody got to do it. Probably gonna be your boy Ben Simmons.
Anthony Randolph.
Tough loss. Good stuff, Brooklyn. Good stuff, Boston. All right, we got what's going on. Who's still up? Raptors.
Yeah, Philly's down 6. with 3 left in the third.
All right.
Nice. Milwaukee and Bulls should be just about tipping off. Get out of here and catch the second half.
Yep. About to be getting out of here real soon. It's almost 10 o'clock now.
Yes, sir.
Yup.
Go ahead and run that Classic for Columbus ad real quick.
We got ads.
Yeah.
Bam.
All right, it's not too late to get your tickets for the Classic in Columbus. It's going to be this Saturday. Starts on Friday, but it's going to be a weekend long extravaganza ending with the All-Star game. You can go to ClassicForColumbus.com to get the tickets. You're going to have the people, Vivica A. Fox, Joe Torre, Romeo, all going to be there this weekend. So still got time to go and get your tickets to All-Star game for the Classic in Columbus. Again, that's going to be at Nationwide Arena.
Yes, sir.
This weekend.
Dude, yeah, they got stuff going on all weekend.
Right.
There's dunk contest. Bunch of stuff. Arena District's pretty cool. Lots of stuff going on down there. Blue Jackets are about wrapping up. They're eliminated from playoff contention. Just a couple games left, maybe. I'd have to check, but anyway.
They got other stuff going on nationwide nowadays, like UFC.
Yeah, that's right. UFC was down there.
What?
Let's see.
Is that comedy concert? Nah, it's
This weekend, Classic in Columbus.
I will be attending the No Cap Tour this weekend.
Is this weekend too?
Yeah, it's on the 22nd.
D-Ray Davis.
Yeah,
homie, from the 90, what is it? 85 South.
Yeah, my boy DC, Carlos Miller, Chico B, I think D-Ray, Michael Blackson, and I want to say, I think Lil Duval is on this. Yeah, so
a lot of stuff going on in the city.
Wednesdays.
You got leaders of the new school like DC Young Fly, the underground heavy hitters like Lil Duval. You already know.
All right. Anything else? That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in.
Man, try to get this week over.
Sorry for the delay.
Got a little stuffy nose.
Yeah. Again, shout out to my guy. Rest in peace, Lester McCants.
Yep.
The show is dedicated to him. Thank you for tuning in. Again, you can follow me right here at Will Ward 288 on all social media platforms. We're going to drop this show, whatever was recorded, onto our YouTube. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to the page. We got a lot more stuff coming on. This was episode 36, coming up on that 1 year mark. So thanks for supporting. Thanks for continuing to watch. And guys, be safe out there.
You already know, man. Paper toss.
Paper toss.
Here we go. This one hitting, baby. I feel it. Can't get no closer than that.
Back clock at 2. Durant's got to put it up. Gets it off in time. Off the mark. No good. Horford the rebound.
Throw it after this highlight.
Celtics have a timeout. Decide not to use it here. Brown the drive.
Game winner.
Jaylen Brown kicks it out. Smart
Ball
fakes.
movement. Young
Inside,
basketball
Tatum
players out there. Ball movement.
Is now up 2-0.
He got stuck. Feet got stuck.
Paper toss.
One more.
Back clock at 2. Durant's got to put it up. Gets it off in time. Off the mark. No good. Horford the rebound.